Ready? Okay, I'll call this meeting to order. It's Wednesday, July 29th, 2026. It's 1 p.m. and we're here for the budget workshop on solid waste. I will turn it over to our clerk.
Um. This is their saving year. They did a lot of their big growth last year in they've still got a few things that are gonna linger over from their capital project. Correct?
Yep. Yeah, I messaged HMH. I haven't got a response from them yet. Trying to get a time frame on the project, but
Okay.
With the hawing last year going back and forth, yes, they can, no, they can't, yes, you can, no, you can't, wound up costing them an extra $20,000. Because they had to start over and had to pay engineering fees again. Am I correct on that?
We're just starting on that too.
Yeah.
Because every time it's like an email, phone call, they bill us.
yeah.
So last year going into it, I followed the revenue piece of this, and when you go back in the history of their revenues, you'll see like big pieces for like 500 plus thousand. I think it's on special. I'm trying to find mine.
Special receivables.
Special receivables, and there's another piece. Well, shoot. Good God, Maud. And I started going back and we researched it. And it's no clearer today than it was then. But I gotta actually find it. Do you have your revenue sheet, somebody? I'm not sure what it is.
I don't have a revenue sheet.
It's right here on
Yeah, it's on the bottom.
the bottom.
Oh, here it is. Oh, that was at the very bottom. Okay.
They hand it out.
Oh, on the bottom. Sorry, missed that.
Yep, mine was on the bottom too. So, little history. In 23, I went way back. So in 23, their residential fees were 524,639. Plus, their solid waste fees were 711,445. So that was in 23. So then you go into 24, and they didn't have residential fees because they got property taxes that year in 24. But then they turned around and got 705,821,000. Two really large pieces of revenue in 23 and in 24 and in 25. 25, the same exact thing. But in 26, we haven't received that really large that I think I said we were going to get 528,000.
Mhm.
So I put that in there and they're not receiving that. But we also split that 528 out into different things for wood, for yard, recycling,
Garbage and quarterlies.
and quarterlies. But I never took it. We separated it out. So I separated it and I kept it. So I made a colossal mistake and said that they were going to receive approximately another $500,000 in revenue.
Mhm.
That's on me. However, they are very frugal. They only spend, so it's not going to hurt them like super, super bad. I mean, they're gonna make it by all means. But they're gonna have to have a growing year now.
Well, no,
To
the
replace.
500, the residential fee, they should be getting, they should be getting that money from the taxes.
Yes, that's the
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. tax part
That's
of
the
it.
tax part of it. That's the 87, I mean, they should be getting that. I mean, there should be
They-
anywhere but that.
It's under residential fees.
Okay, so that one's right.
That one's
Yeah.
right. It's the one down the 382 solid waste fees that I had budgeted last year for 528,000.
And it's the one for $175 this year.
She's on a different
One
chart.
of these charts. Whoops, this chart. So what happens is,
Yeah.
we figured this out. What happens is that we're getting solid waste fees, and then those solid waste fees are going into like the scale garbage fees too. As the
Okay.
same amount.
We looked at it twice.
Correct.
Very near it. Yeah.
The income listed.
And
twice.
so that's why now we're splitting it off into the sections that it needs to go into, like wood waste, yard waste,
Okay,
Okay.
and all that.
Okay.
So anyways, through all of it, and we had multiple meetings last year, Shelby and I did, she came up multiple times, and Richard, and we got it all figured out, and still in the end, I made the mistake. I didn't catch it, Richard didn't catch it, Shelby didn't catch it, and none of you guys caught it either. So
Okay.
I own it, my fault, I take it. But I just want you to know now, I didn't do that. So that's the little history. So now if you go back,
and we're still fine with the budget.
yes, they're gonna make their budget, but it's gonna be a lot tighter than what any of us had realized.
Just pretend like put $500,000 away from you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They were working on the roads, taking 40%.
Yeah,
Taking 40% of your revenue. So. Now on their revenue, if you look at your little cheat sheet,
Mhm.
I have it at 1.2 million, like 1,227,000, and she's got it at 1,200,295. So there's a little bit difference.
Mhm.
She's being more conservative with the wood waste and the yard waste. And she's a little more conservative with the recycling. I did a 5-year average of the recycling, and it's about 25,775. There isn't a history for wood waste and yard waste because this is the first year. So
We didn't include interest on hers.
there wouldn't be interest. Oh, yeah, oh, I see what you're saying. Yes.
Okay.
And yard waste is gonna vary too, because this year we had the windstorm. So we got a ton of that coming in, and we still have it coming in. From people who are finally getting a chance to get their all their stuff cleaned up.
Okay.
So it varies every year on the wood waste and the greenwood. Those ones, it's just not a guarantee. And plus with the medical, Metal recycling is, what,
Depending on what the market is
yes,
doing.
market value.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that.
so that changes all the time.
Because we never know.
Mhm.
I'd rather be under than over.
Yeah.
So I am perfectly fine with going with those lower amounts.
Yeah,
But then we have the fact that we're gonna have to slash the budget too. We're gonna have to slash their projected budget because they won't have enough to carry over. Right? Yeah. Because there's a it's only a $21,000 difference between her and I. But I'm thinking that because we kind of went through their budget. Did we say it was gonna be? It will be pretty, is that your phone? It's not mine.
I silenced everything.
It's on vibrate. Boy, and that was. What day did we meet? One of the days that we met, we went through and did,
We met last week.
well, and I think this was the day that we met downstairs here.
Oh, you and I?
Yeah, and we
That was a
kind of
few
went
weeks ago
through
then.
that one. If they get, there's not gonna be any money left over by the end of next year. Depending on what they spend this year and their carryover is.
Okay.
So that's where, but I have that. I just don't know what we did with it unless I sent it home with you guys.
I think they said that it would be in the budget book and it's not.
When you say no money left over, you talking about their cash?
Yes.
Are you talking this
The
one?
cash they have on hand now?
Yeah, because they'll be using some of that. Yeah. that's
Is it that
what
one?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I
I
didn't do.
know they're gonna be using some of it for the project.
mhm.
Yes. And I think they budgeted like 300 and some thousand for this year, didn't you? Like,
For that project.
oh, total capital project with 504,000.
Right.
They've only used 195,000,
Okay.
but they're pretty certain out of that 308,000 that's left. If all the stars align, then they'll spend at least another 150,000 of that because it's ready to go. They're just waiting for it to happen. Whether it's gonna happen by the end of this fiscal year or into next year, we don't know.
Okay.
So there's your big difference
Okay.
there.
That's the one we're waiting on HMH for,
Okay.
Okay.
the 4.
So it's really hard to determine what the carryover is gonna be to do a budget. I mean, if they only spend another 100,000, they still got 200,000 of what they thought they were gonna spend that they didn't.
Okay.
So there's a lot of variables going on in this one.
Okay.
Um,
So we understand what's going on with the revenue side.
100%, that was me. My mistake. Own it.
So we'll start going through the
Yeah,
rest of the budget. Just the,
yep.
Okay, I just wanted you guys to know that
Okay.
A, I made that mistake, and B, I'm blaming all of you for not catching my mistake. I used to have a teacher named Mr. Wood that had a sign on the front of the classroom that says, rule number 1, I'm always right. Rule number 2, when I'm wrong, revert to rule number 1. I'm always right. Okay, So now. Salaries. I added the 3%, or she added, Shelby added 3%
Okay.
in hers. And then, if you go over to the side, you can use mine. Here, you want one? This is just kind of a cheat sheet we've been working on, so we can share. Did I not give this to you? We'll share.
Okay.
Why not have another? Oh, this one? Yes. Here's one too. It's just not colored. You go up over to the side, these would, if you did the wage study. Which, did you guys go back through it and see what you could cut to make that happen for at least Richard's piece of it?
We haven't really had time because we've been short. We're down 2 people right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of talked about a little bit, you know, the best way would be to cut out the new hires. That would cover this line here.
Mhm.
That would cover basically all that.
And then you'd have no employees.
We have no one.
Because
So-
everybody's so burned out.
Yeah, well,
Heard they were gonna be 500,000 short and abandoned ship.
yep, see ya.
We'd rather pay our employees for the work that they're doing than hire 3 more.
Yeah,
Well, and suggestion is that all the way back since 2014, solid waste has paid administration fees
Mhm.
every year. Not only do they do administration fees, but Richard has been generous enough to help pay the first quarter, a fourth of the first quarter of our Panhandle Health District, so we don't have to go out to the public.
Mm.
I took their administration costs down to 5% of their budget instead of the regular 8 to 10%. Because they paid PhD, the Panhandle Health. But we could even do that. We could do it with them, but we can't do it, and we still have to have administration fees.
Mhm.
From everybody else, I guess. But we could take that even lower. By the 20-some thousand, $21,000 to put towards, because Richard is absolutely underpaid compared to everybody else. When you start looking at that wage scale for a department head.
Mhm.
And that's per the wage study. That's not per Lori.
So that'd be at the department request or at the budget officer's request?
I'm just throwing it out there.
No, I mean, the figures that we're looking at.
You're talking about the admin fee?
The admin fee is me. That's at 5%.
No, I mean, I'm talking about at the salary, supervisor salary at the top.
That's with the 3%.
That's with
That's
the
with the
3%. This is
Oh.
with them over here.
That's with the wage study
That's the wage study plus,
over here.
okay. Include that on top of that?
Which, yeah, yes. Well, and I don't know that they want to do
Okay.
everyone. I mean, that's up to their discretion.
Mm.
I mean, obviously. But if you totaled all of these people, it's like 21, it's on the back page, $21,047. I feel like another way they can do, you grab some extra, and it's not a ton by any means, but some extra cash would be their contracts that they have with that Lamar company, start raising that. Their billboards, raising those fees to
Which
them.
reminds me on that, have we ever found a contract with them?
To be honest, Shelby, I didn't look.
Okay.
That's gonna have to be, probably, we'll have to ask Deanna. I haven't had time to
Okay,
even
that's
search
fine.
that.
That's fine.
And that's the, what's called ground grant.
Yes.
Also, our, residential solid waste fees haven't gone up since 2017, I believe. I mean, we'd always look at that too.
Okay. Okay,
I am a firm believer
yeah, 'cause
that,
especially with the fuel gone up and everything, it's, yeah, I see that, that's,
And
That's a lot.
another option would be is adding a $42 charge on all of the river properties that
That's a
use all the
huge one.
dumpsters up there that the entire county's paying for.
I believe that is the huge one. That's
We're
something
there
that we
6 months of the
definitely
year.
need to be looking into. I mean,
Exactly.
not just for the revenue, but just to help with the
Yep.
mess up there.
Mm-hmm. Cause it's gonna
And
come
that's the
down.
biggest problem is we're trying to figure that out, how we go about doing that. When Dan was here, we were trying to figure that out.
Yeah,
Because not everybody's a different zone. You know,
Yeah,
we'd have to
yeah.
figure out zoning, and that's the
Yeah.
problem we had, or we do everybody, all, land that is, doesn't have a dwelling on it.
yeah.
We'll do it for everybody, and then maybe, yeah, so we've discussed that, but that's just the problem, is we're trying to figure out.
Yeah,
It'd have to be a rezoning.
now, there's a few other things that why it's more than it usually is. They've added to do some of the actual training. Richard would like to, I mean, we added some airfare or mileage, and it's down the line that typically he doesn't do. But he had requested this year that he would like to do some of the trainings also.
Yeah.
Which is important, because I think
Exactly.
things are really shifting in his world.
I agree. It's necessary.
And we can go down it line by line.
Okay.
But another thing I put, if you see on your cheat sheet, the fuel diesel,
Yeah.
I put the same amount she did, but I put that the fuel price is dropping, which is accurate. Fuel prices are dropping. However,
Can't
he's
count.
having to do another trip. Their
Higher volumes.
their volumes up, so he's
Mhm.
having to do extra. So,
Cause we're making more trash.
yes,
Mhm.
Somebody's making more trash, yes.
We ran 3 trailers all week.
Yeah,
We're only on Wednesday?
yeah.
And when we left, the garbage was clear out.
The floor is a disaster.
Like you couldn't even get onto the floor to dump. It's
Wow.
clear out into the open
Yeah.
area now.
okay. Those were my big ticket things that I wanted to
Okay.
put in your head, so when we go down and you have questions,
Okay.
Okay.
we can discuss.
Okay.
Okay. So salaries, mine were just longevities.
Mhm.
I don't know exactly what Shelby had put on hers, but the 3%. And then new hires, the goal is to get 3 part-time, which they also had for this year.
Mhm.
Didn't we budgeted for, oh,
No.
no, that was the
No.
full-time person that you hired.
Mhm.
But they'd like
Well-
to try and get 3 part-time people under 19 hours a week, or
And it would
at
be
19,
Seasonal, it would just be
just
for
be
the summer.
seasonal.
Okay,
It'd be
Okay.
like April 24th to September 20.
Okay.
No, I mean, sorry, April 25th to September 24th.
Yeah,
okay.
Just the summer months, that's it. That's when we're the busiest,
Paying how much an hour?
the 1572.
Which it's actually not quite 2,100. I think it's more like, wasn't it like 19,000?
Somewhere around
So
there.
like 19,000. I upped it to 21 just in case somebody went over, we did a little bit.
Okay,
And the reason I did that is because with the new policy of working a holiday and now getting a comp day, somebody's got to be paid to work that comp day. So I tried to put it in there.
Okay.
Where there, and I put and they did overtime, but I don't know that we're gonna need the overtime if you get the 3 people hired, then,
yeah,
so
Yeah,
there's
that would
those,
definitely
that
help
that
out.
variable.
Okay.
Um. So then they have a couple part-time people. And then overtime. Originally, they put 1,500. I put 5,000 because again, I don't know how many of the major holidays do you guys work?
it's just the one.
Just one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's 2 people or 3 people.
No, that'd be
No,
7
that's-
people.
Yeah, it's full staff, 7
Yeah.
people.
So 5,000 is really not for overtime.
No, wait, hold on. It depends on what day it falls on though. Cause if it falls on a Friday or a
Sure,
Saturday
yeah.
or a Sunday or a
My
Monday,
dilemma.
it just depends on what day of the week it falls on
Yeah.
because everybody has different shifts. We have the Sunday through Thursday, the Monday through Friday, and then the Tuesday through Saturday.
Okay,
We could do 1,500 overtime and put it under compensated absences. Providing you're not, that means you're the only salary, you get to work the compensated out for, so when that person takes the day off, you
Yeah.
get to work their shift
I do it
for
anyway.
free.
Yeah.
He's not salary.
Oh, yeah, no,
Oh,
I'm not, no, I'm a Harley. Yeah.
You are?
Yeah,
Oh, never mind, scratch that idea.
Yeah.
So you guys tell me where you want me to put it and I'll put it.
Not sure how moving it helps.
no. Cause it'd be overtime, right?
Well, it's gonna be. For somebody, it will be.
So we'll just leave the 5,000
Mhm.
overtime or just gonna need more?
Mm-mm. We won't
no,
need
I
more
don't
than
think we need
5,000.
more, no.
Okay,
okay.
Okay, compensated absences, we just kept it 100,
Okay.
providing that we pay out all the compensated absent, all the comp time at the end of this year. Which I don't know that they,
Which we don't, I
You-
mean, we don't get comp time like Rhodes does,
Mm-mm.
so that, I don't see that ever being an issue,
okay,
so.
zero. You have 0, so they won't be paying anything in comp time.
okay.
It's your vacation though, correct? Where you
Well,
guys are
that's,
accumulating.
yeah, that's what we're gonna have to get figured out, yeah, I mean, the vacation, if it's not gonna be rolled over, then there's gonna be some,
Yeah,
We're gonna have some very, very upset people
yeah,
in our department.
yeah, in our department, it's very hard to get that, to keep that vacation down.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's just really, like I explained to you before, it's just you guys coming in and going, hey, We
Yeah.
can't give them their vacation.
Yeah,
And that's really for the BOCC too, to
Yeah.
get a little bit of a grip on it.
And then, it doesn't, it's up to the BOCC.
Yeah.
Is there a form
And the,
already like typed up for us to? Fill
well, the
out?
reason that he put that in there to give more of an explanation too was because there needed to be a little bit more clarification due to the fact that some had quit and it was just, there wasn't enough clarification in that policy.
Mhm.
And they were like, well, I demand my vacation, and there's nothing here that says I can't, but there's also a fine line. So if it's because the supervisor can't give you your vacation,
That's different.
that's different.
yeah,
You earned it, but you can't take it due to low staff, and that's in the personnel policy.
Okay.
It's a little more defined, I guess you
Okay.
could say.
Okay.
So then you've got, I put in Viva for them. I didn't for me. And then that workman's comp and all of that, that's all just, so then in travel.
Yeah.
Either airfare or mileage.
Okay.
Office supplies. I think originally we started out at 6, but then we, trying to cut a little bit here and there. Last I remember, it was 5.
Mhm.
Is that 5,000?
Do we have a current, we don't have my current expenditure on where we're at right now.
It's fairly current.
Close enough.
Yeah,
You know what?
you've only spent like 3,000.
I'll compromise, drop it to 4.
Okay. 4,000.
Okay. Administration costs,
Mm-hmm.
I got it at 5%.
What percent were we at last year? The 200,000.
I think that was about 10%.
That math wouldn't work between 277. I thought we were
Maybe-
charging everybody 10% last.
Not everybody. It, some, like those lower ones were like 5, but I think, Commissioner, I feel like we did something with their capital, like maybe we didn't do like 500,000 or some part of it with capital. I would have to go back and reread the notes from
Yeah.
last year to see.
It looks like we charged them more than 10% last year.
We were higher. We were more
I'm
like,
wondering why.
so you were like that, so.
Yeah, because I thought it was 9 is what the top was, but was
Because 100 and
Well, their budget was 2.1 million last year.
yeah, so that would have been
That's what
right
I
at 10.
yeah, so then if we got from 10 to 5, is their budget really cut that much this year? Cause you would think from 10 to 5 would be 100,000. But now it's 77. That's good. The discrepancy is why I'm asking is why we think.
Well, I'll definitely go back and recheck the figures.
so the 77 is, that doesn't include the
This,
quarterly pays.
no. But if we need to lower that for them, because they have been faithful at paying every year.
Like we have a choice.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I mean,
We gave you that option.
I don't know.
Okay.
So you'll get back with us on, to make sure that that's which answer is right. on the
Well-
cost.
Calculator on your phone, Shelby.
Yeah,
Jeff has.
How about it?
Out.
Take 1,633,864 minus 77,606.
1.556,258.
So you took this original, my original, took off the 700
1,633,864
minus
minus
76.
77,606.
Yep,
Mhm.
and times that
Times
0.03.
1,631, 631, 535, 536, actually.
Let me look. No. We did something wrong. Start over.
Okay.
1,633,864
Okay.
minus.
Okay.
77,606 equals
1,556,258.
times that 0.03.
0.03, that's what I did. Oh, no, 46,868.
46.
$46,688.
Okay, well, then that's what that would be at 5%. So what did I, oh, I wonder if I did your budget, the higher budget, which could very well be, doesn't matter.
See, Richard, that's we lose $500,000 and we got blamed for not catching it.
Mm-hmm,
I'm watching
Yeah.
everything. I don't understand it, but I'm watching.
absolutely.
I owned it.
Yeah, but we missed it. So,
We all missed it.
so we're watching every penny.
But it's one of those that it comes in,
It was-
it's not normal.
No, and it was, are we talking about the 528?
Yes.
Yeah, so what, in the past, like previous of Lori, it's always been like that, and of course I self-trained and that's how it's always been, and then Lori comes along and she's like, no, we gotta separate all this, and I was like, okay. Like, I'll do what I need to do to show what it is for, I don't care.
Mhm.
So it helps, it does a lot. Yeah, it takes a little bit more time when I do my deposits every morning, but
Yeah,
not worried about it.
it was a lot of work in the beginning
Mm-hmm,
for you.
mm-hmm.
I just make the $528,000 mistake.
Sure.
Okay,
Okay, so then shop supplies, same.
We could probably drop that down to 5.
Mhm.
What are we doing? for
Five.
I didn't hear the
Ooh,
final.
boy, are you sure?
administrative.
Yeah.
46,000,
Oh,
You had the
68.
same number I had.
74,
Yeah,
What was it?
46,687,
How
74.
about 55?
all right, 55. That'll work
55 on that, he said?
for shop supplies.
55?
Okay,
5,500?
Oops. Custodial supplies we kept.
Okay.
Heat, we kept. Telephone, we kept. Electricity, we kept. Sewer, we kept.
Assuming they don't break a line.
Again,
Water, we kept. Diesel fuel, we raised a little bit from 15 to 18 because he's doing
Okay.
more trips.
Mhm.
Just regular fuel for their truck. is the same. Tires went up a couple of thousand.
Okay.
We need to just start our own tire factory, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Chains stayed the same. Lubricants. They have 3,000, I have 2,500. What was my purpose on that?
Well, you know, so our new trucks have a higher interval, you know, so we're not using as much oil now,
Mm-hmm.
you know, so the only thing is now we have more vehicles that run off DEF,
Yep.
which fall under that. So it's kind of, you know, but we probably could drop that down a little bit.
Well, you haven't spent 2,500
Yeah.
yet. What if we went, but we don't want to cut you short either,
Just go with the 2,500 that,
or
Yeah.
2,000, or
Well,
I think
Or
25,
just do the 2,500.
yeah.
you tell me.
I would stay at 25.
yeah, probably 25, yeah.
Vehicle expense.
It's 20, same,
Same.
no change.
Professional services. I dropped it because they don't use it. So, and I was,
That's BJ, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
as much.
Well, I'm not
But,
so
you know-
sure that that
What-
number is right, because we've had quite a bit of work done in the last month or so.
But some of that, for like the satellite, that was under the security part of it.
Oh, was it?
yeah.
Okay, that's why
that's
then,
why.
okay.
There's certain things that he got paid for, and then the actual satellite itself was paid through the security,
Okay.
because we have to have the satellite to have
Yeah.
security.
Okay,
So then my next thing is, before we go about dropping this, is were you ever able to get a hold of him regarding the telephone system?
I forgot.
Okay. Can we revisit this number?
Yeah.
This, because they need the Mitel, their phones are icky, so
Okay.
they need a new phone system,
Okay.
and we need to talk to BJ. Revisit after convo with IT BJ 729. Okay. Designated exams.
Same.
Yeah, I think we went up. We matched, but they went up because they have,
I mean, you guys have.
Oh, yeah.
same.
Yep. And then the drug testing. I went down. But I don't know why I went down. Can you tell me why I went down on that after our conversation? Because I've got 10 of these going with us.
I don't know why you went down. We never talked about that one. With the drug testing, it's a little different, because I have to go online every year and buy, well, not every year, but I have to buy so many like MVRs and
Mhm.
stuff for every year for them to check, and they tell you to buy a little bit more, obviously, because we have to do new hires.
Mhm.
Of course, I don't pay for the public works department. We just pay for our department.
Right.
But, with the drug testing, because it's always new hire, and then they're randoms, and they get so many a quarter. They're MVRs every year. Trying to remember what else it was. I have a list of it.
Should we keep it at 2,000?
I would, just to
Okay.
be safe for
Okay.
this year.
Okay.
Because this
Keep
is
it
my
at two.
first year doing it.
Okay. Equipment maintenance.
What
I
about
had
weed?
I had a question about weeds. why did we take it out of the budget?
We have it in there before?
It used to be, and we used to spend it. And then this year we haven't spent it yet, and all of a sudden we dropped it.
We took it out because they, all right. Because that is a contract that we do with the weeds person. Jessica was the one that would buy the chemical. Their budget was slashed 40%, which meant they weren't gonna be able to buy a bunch of that chemical. Because they would offset with the weeds, the roads would offset those prices. And then they would sell it to different, they would use that and the mag chloride on the road, they would buy bulk and then they would sell some. And they weren't going to be able to do that because they didn't think they were gonna have
Enough.
enough financing. Now, does he come out and spray? Do you know?
He did come out this year once, yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
comes out one time.
Mhm. Yeah, it has to handle all our.
Okay,
chemicals.
so-
Like six, yeah. Okay,
Yeah, I
And
understood
I've
that
never
budget
seen a bill.
different. Well, we paid one in 25.
Mhm.
Mhm.
We
I
did.
understood that bill differently, but I could be wrong. I thought roads had some set aside for spraying around their buildings.
Yeah.
And weeds had
Mhm.
some set aside for spraying around their, and solid
Yeah,
waste had
weeds.
some set aside for spraying around theirs.
We certainly can add it.
Let's do it just in case. Should we just add the bare bones?
Put
Yeah.
$1,000
1,000.
in there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, good catch. And then we'll talk to, I'll ask Bill.
Yeah, because if he's come out, I haven't seen a bill for, have you seen
And
a
that's
bill?
the thing is I've never received a bill for when they come out and spray. I've never seen a bill for.
So maybe we probably
weeds.
need to be doing something like that, so it kind of gets around to the,
Yeah,
I
okay,
think every department that is using it needs to be billed so we know what's going on, because I had
Yeah.
no clue.
Yeah,
yeah, maybe that was the thing, maybe the departments were buying the spray and then Bill was spraying, I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah,
So that, I think that your answer would be
We've lost
better,
so many
just have a
people.
bill and, okay,
yeah, a lot of the
I don't
knowledge is
even know
gone.
what we're paying for. I had no clue.
yeah, okay.
I want an itemized list.
Well, I'll take one.
So now we're at copier maintenance and you'll see that it's been left blank.
Mhm.
Their copier, they need a new copier, like
Okay.
now. So do they need to come to you to purchase a new copier? Or can they
What do they
use
use
it
it
in like their equipment maintenance section?
how do we use up the copier maintenance budget for 26?
Well, because that's their, that's your annual maintenance fee.
That's the maintenance. Yeah.
Which if they purchase a copier today, just say,
Mhm.
they won't have a maintenance fee
Till next year,
Till
till,
the 27-28 year.
yeah.
okay,
I have quote too.
Like you were ready?
Yeah, you know, and
Budget
that's the
stuff to
thing
get
is,
them-
you know, we could leave, you know, we could leave the maintenance in there and then use part of that for the cost of copier. So then it's in there, so we don't forget next year. But.
I-
Or leave it out.
That's clearly up to you, but now we're adding money that they really can't
Yeah.
afford to be adding, because now we're trying to shrink it
Oh,
here.
but they're wanting to get, so it's a copier in this budget.
This budget.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then
Yep.
no maintenance fee for the 26,
Fiscal year.
27 year
Mhm.
fiscal year.
Okay.
Which would leave it as 0.
Okay.
And then in the 27-28 years, when the maintenance fee come back.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
How much is a copier gonna cost this ballpark?
Since Brent is an amazing man and got us a pretty good deal, 9,100. And that's without the fax line.
9,100. We just got one for 3,000 in another budget.
Because we don't do color. She does, she has to have a colored copy for
Yeah.
different, don't you do tag or tags or whatever? They have to have color.
Okay.
Deanna doesn't need color. Everything she hands you is black and white.
I use color all the time. I say, Deanna, what am I gonna do? I'll go
She
down
just-
solid waste.
Some highlighters. Here you go. Consider it an art project. So with saying that, do they, what is the rule for buying a copier? Can they purchase a copier? Do they need to do a whole nother?
We need to set up a VOCC.
Yeah, just
meeting.
come in with a meeting.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. We weren't sure. She asked me, I'm like, oh, I don't know.
I couldn't remember, and I wanted to do it the right way, so.
Okay,
You have about 5 minutes.
Oh,
okay,
Okay, advertising, we kept the same. Furniture and fixtures. We kept the same. And let's scratch the PhD.
No longer Dr. Richard.
Well,
I'm all right with that.
okay, let's revisit this one. Can we revisit? Let me see what we can do with the levy.
okay.
Richard just has always helped, so we don't have to levy the people as much.
Mm-hmm.
That
Okay.
is the whole thing of this.
Okay,
After 2 items. And I guess it is your budget. If I can't fit it in the L2, would you be willing to help?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
and that radio or postage,
Postage, I took down because they have money on their
Okay.
machine.
okay,
And we talked about that. And then radio and communications were kept.
Yeah.
Fire extinguishers we
Yeah.
kept.
training you put in there.
And training we put, they had 4,000, I had 3,000, and then we did discuss it. And with food and
Should
a
be
motel,
4,000.
3,000 will be enough.
Okay. And
And Richard's good, you're good with that?
it looks like,
And then solid waste collections went up.
okay,
And that's South Lake who comes in from the Joe
Mhm.
and. What is it, 5% they do it every year, 3% or 5%? I think it's 5.
Yeah,
It's 3 to 5% is
Yeah.
what they up it, and same with the next line, which is the disposal fees, that's
Okay.
the public services. In Missoula, Montana, for where we haul everything to, and
okay,
theirs is usually 3 to 5% up every year too.
okay.
We kept the cancellation fees,
Mhm.
desk chairs and stands kept. Transfer maintenance, we kept at 15. And then capital expenditures, they put 210 for vehicles, right?
no, that was gonna be
Oh.
for new asphalt,
Oh, that's right.
and the overhead garage doors.
Okay.
But we can cold patch.
We can take those off and wait
But they don't want to take what I was told, and correct me if I'm wrong. They don't really want to get rid of it because they want the ability, if they have the cash,
Mm.
to do some of those things.
Yeah,
But they do watch their budget. They are careful with it. If they don't have it, they won't spend it.
okay,
If that is acceptable to you guys.
Mhm.
okay.
Was I correct on that? Okay.
Thank you guys for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Did a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you. If you need nothing further, we're adjourned.